There you go. Get the variable by itself, okay? So, therefore, when you have parts that are on the outside of this absolute value, treat it like it's a variable. And the easiest way for y'all to do that is if you just put it in the box, put X over it, right? So, another way of writing this would be 6X.
Is this the one? So in the notes you said A2 plus B2. Is this the one where like you have to
A squared.
You have to like put it in the box?
No. You're never going to use that formula unless you go to college and take complex variables.
Okay, because I was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but I just wanted to show you that formula to show you where absolute values came from.
I was like, man, the plug in the hole.
No. You are never going to use that formula in this class, okay? But you see what I did?
Yeah.
All I did was just substitute, right? I made my absolute value a variable because your main objective is to get your absolute value by itself. As long as your absolute value looks like numbers 1 through 4 on your sheet of paper, yes, as long as your absolute value looks like numbers 1 through 4 on your sheet of paper, then you're able to solve it. But first, you got to get there, okay? And the easiest way to get there, treat it like it's a variable, okay? The 6 is next to it, so therefore, what happens when what happens when a number is next to a variable? It's being what?
Divided.
No.
Wait, what?
Multiplied.
It's being multiplied. So what's the opposite of multiplication?
Oh, division.
Division, all right? So obviously we divide the 6 on both sides, right? Leaving the x by itself. X is equal to, what is 12 divided by 6? 2, right?
4.
You said 4.
My bad.
It's okay. Now that we got our x by itself, let's just substitute our absolute value back into it, okay? We have the absolute value of x plus 6 is equal to 2. You see that? You still with me?
Yeah.
You good?
Got it. Yeah.
You sure?
Got it.
John, you good?
So technically, you don't do anything to the variable.
What's wrong?
I know it's confusing.
What's confusing about it?
Like I don't like. Are you just moving?
Oh no.
All I'm doing is just turning my absolute value into a variable. That's why I put it in the box and put an X over it, right? You know, I wrote it in red so that this X takes the place of this whole absolute value. So instead of it being 6 times the absolute value of X plus 6, I just made it an X, right? So I substituted, right? I treated my whole absolute value as a variable, okay? Because your main objective, whenever you have terms on the outside of an absolute value, is to get the absolute value by itself. What's up?
So how do you bring back the x plus 6 and the absolute value? Did you just like
So
put it away and save it for later?
Yes, that's exactly what I did.
Okay, so
I put it away into this X, and I saved it to where I got the X by itself, and then I brought it back out of the X again.
Okay.
So that makes Pokemon.
Pokemon, pretty much, yeah. Okay, but John, you good so far? You sure? Okay, the more you do it, I'll help.
So without doing that technique, it just looks something like dividing a 6 off of both sides, right? Without doing it.
This one?
Yeah, and just dividing that 6 off.
Yeah, you have to divide, you have to get your absolute value by itself each and every time.
Okay.
You must get your absolute, I mean, if you so choose, if you don't want to make it a variable and you so choose to do, you know, to have the 6x plus 6, absolute value x plus 6 and 12, and you so choose to do the 6 and the 6 right there, and getting the absolute value by itself like that, then you can. But I found that, you know, especially with Algebra 1 students,
You see what I did there?
you know what I'm saying? especially with Algebra 1 students, when you substitute that and make it an x and then just get the x by itself and then turn that x back into an absolute value, then it's easier for them to solve it that way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that might be a little too slow for y'all, I'm sorry.
I
But
got her, I helped her.
long story short, that's all, what I just did right here is what I did right there. You know what I'm saying? All I did was just make this a variable just to show you, you have to get your variable by itself. And just make it that. But long story short, whatever you have on the outside of absolute value, add it, subtract it, multiply it, or divide it first so that you can get your absolute value. This is our main objective right here.
So
Getting that by itself.
So you don't do distributive property in this one.
Okay? You must get your absolute value by itself. Okay? And then, what I told you before, that's positive 2 or negative 2, it doesn't matter. You get rid of this absolute value, make it equal to both. Negative 2 is equal to x plus 6, which is equal to 2.
Have you done the ones where they put the absolute values in the parentheses? Like they put the absolute values in the parentheses?
Like, so you're gonna be distributing?
Yeah, they
With
put
that?
like, so,
No.
so they put 2 and then negative 2 and then they put the absolute values in the middle and they put plus 6, right? And then you have to, oh, that's so annoying. Have you done that?
Yeah, I have before, but I'm not gonna have y'all do that.
No, I know that's what I used to do. I was like, all right, there's so many rules to this.
Nah. A couple of y'all might have not seen this before, so therefore I'm just doing the regular stuff. Negative 2 minus 6 obviously is negative 8, which is equal to x, which is equal to 2 minus 6, obviously a negative 4. So x is equal to negative 8 and negative 4. Okay? Your main goal is to get your absolute value by itself, okay? Remember, when you get your absolute value by itself, then you're as good as gold, because it's gonna be this type of situation every single time,
Amen.
okay? And, let me see.
Watch, do the next one. The next one is number. I should do number 9.
Number 9?
Yeah, number 9 will help them.
Yeah, okay. But, any questions on number 7 or 8 or?
Actually, yeah, do 7 because
you
they don't
just go
know.
over
They don't know how to. Yeah, because they don't know-
Positive 4.
They don't know how to do the.
You got a positive 4?
Or, never mind.
I'm gonna just go over it regular. Everybody has this down? Y'all good?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so number 7 says absolute value of x over 10.
Wait, are we skipping number 6?
No.
Yeah, because I've been doing nothing but odd numbers. 1, 3, 5.
Oh, okay.
Minus 8 is equal to a negative 7, right? So, this is what it looks like, right? Well, remember, you want to get your absolute value by itself, right? This is our main goal right here. So what we got to get rid of?
The X.
Up there.
Or I mean the box. Box.
No, see, and this is why I changed it into a variable, okay? This is why I changed it into a variable. You got to get this absolute value by itself, okay?
That's what I meant.
Oh, well, yeah, but, so, okay,
Just
so,
make it x minus 8 equals negative 7.
good job. X minus 8 is equal to negative 7, so therefore, how are we going to get the x by itself?
You're gonna add. So it's gonna be 1. X equals 1. Or.
All right, so therefore,
like that.
x equals
So,
negative, not negative 1,
no, positive 1. I said positive.
positive 1.
I said positive.
Okay, you see that? You good? Yeah. You good? All right, so now that we have that by itself, let's bring this absolute value back out of the box, right? So it'd be x over 10 equal to 1. How are we going to get rid of that absolute value? John, what are we going to write?
And we just switch the 1 to like a negative and
So whatever is equal to, whatever number is over here, just write the opposite on the other side. So what's the opposite?
-1
Is equal to?
x over 10
Is-
equal to 1.
There you go. Solve.
Oh god.
X is equal to what?
X is equal to 1.
What's happening with this x and the 10?
Dividing.
We divide them.
So therefore, what's the opposite of division, Kusenberg?
Multiplication.
Okay, so therefore, we multiply the 10 on both sides, right? They cancel out. What's our answer?
X equals -10
Uh-huh.
and 1. Or
Negative 10 and positive 10.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Be careful, be careful.
You
Be
explain it
careful.
so easy compared to my other teachers. I'm not even gonna lie. You really do. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I really am. I'm proud of you, son. I should get this.
You realize this is still recording, right?
Huh?
Huh?
I didn't know
You
who
realize
was
you can say
recording.
anything you want and then edit it out.
Last one. Okay, so we got 9 through 12. 9 through 12 is the kicker here, all right? It's the kicker. So, we got -2